everyone, I am Vidya from English Magus. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into a beautiful poem by the legendary Irish poet, William Butler Yeats. The poem is titled, For Anne Gregory, and it's a playful yet deeply meaningful conversation between two people, a young man and a young woman. They're having a fascinating argument about love, beauty, and what really matters. So, let's break it down. First, let's know a little about its poet. William Butler Yeats was an Irish poet and one of the foremost figures of 20th century literature. Born in Dublin, Yeats was deeply influenced by Irish mythology and folklore, which is evident in much of his work. He was a driving force behind the Irish literary revival and co-founded the Abbey Theatre. Yeats' poetry evolved over his lifetime, moving from Romanticism to modernism, and he received the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1923. His works often explore themes of love, politics, mysticism, and the passage of time. Now, we will take the poem. I will recite each stanza and then explain it. Here is stanza 1. Never shall a young man, thrown into despair by those great honey-colored ramparts at your ear, love you for yourself alone, and not your yellow hair. The poem starts with a young man. He's the first speaker. He's telling Anne Gregory something rather surprising. He's basically telling Anne that no young man could ever truly love her just for herself. Instead, he believes that they will always be captivated by her physical beauty, particularly her honey-colored hair. It's a bit sad, right? He suggests that men will always focus on outward appearances, rather than appreciating someone for who they really are. Let's move on to the second stanza. But I can get a hair dye, and set such color there, brown, or black, or carrot, that young men in despair may love me for myself alone, and not my yellow hair. In the second stanza, Anne Gregory quickly responds with a clever comeback. Let's hear her side of the argument. She's saying, I can easily change the color of my hair, whether brown, black, or even carrot red, so if men are only interested in my hair, I'll take that out of the equation. What she's really saying is that she wants to be loved for who she truly is, not just for her looks. It's a bold and confident response. But then, the young man brings in a deeper and more spiritual perspective. He refers to something an old religious man said. Let's take a look. I heard an old religious man, but yesternight declare, that he had found a text to prove, that only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone, and not your yellow hair. In the third stanza, the young man explains the meaning of true love, which is quite impressive and insightful. He's saying that, according to a religious belief, only God can love someone purely for who they are, without any attachment to physical beauty. It's as if human love is always tinged with some element of superficiality, while divine love sees beyond the surface. It's a pretty deep thought to leave us with. Let's now focus on the themes of the poem. So, what's really going on in this poem? On the surface, it's a light-hearted conversation about hair color and beauty. But beneath that, Yeats is exploring something much more profound. The first theme is the nature of human love. The young man suggests that human love is often tied to physical beauty, represented by Anne's yellow hair. This raises the question, how much of our love for someone is based on who they are versus what they look like? The second theme is Anne's defiance and independence. Anne's witty response shows her independence. She refuses to be defined by her appearance and believes she can control how others see her. And the third theme is divine love versus human love. The final stanza introduces the idea that only God's love is truly unconditional. While human beings may be swayed by beauty, divine love transcends all of that. Yeats might be suggesting that we, as humans, are inherently flawed in how we love, but there's a higher form of love we can aspire to. Even though this poem was written a long time ago, it's still so relevant today. We live in a world where appearances often seem to matter more than anything else. But just like in Gregory, we should all strive to be loved for who we really are, not just for how we look. So, what do you think? Is it possible for humans to truly love someone for who they are and not just their outward appearance? And do you agree with the old religious man that only God can do that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Here is a list of literary devices used in the poem. Pause the video and read it. If you enjoyed this breakdown of For Anne Gregory, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss more poetry analysis and literature content coming your way. Until next time, keep reading and keep thinking.